What's up, YouTube?
Hey, YouTube.
We're in the airport, so you might hear something in the background.
Yeah.
We're on our way to enjoy ourselves. We are freshly married, almost about a weekend.
Yeah, so much for you're going too fast. You just made me re-record a whole video. Relationship status.
Anyway, we're going on our way to Jamaica. So
what? So anyway, we got tagged to do a TTC. It's a TTC tag, and I think we had 11 days when they were tagged, and then 11. We're supposed to also tag 11 people, and that's so irritating. I'm so sorry if I can hear that. Anyway, so we have not been on YouTube that much as of like lately. Like, I mean, really since the last time we tried a TTC, like we had a lot going on. We tried to plan for the wedding. I was trying to take my, plan for taking my exam. So we don't have 11 people to tag, but we still wanted to participate. So off the top of my head, so we were thinking we would tag Just Plain Married, Two Mother Ruckers, Mira and Chandler, and It's a Family Thing. Like, I haven't seen the videos from her in quite some time. So if you're out there watching our videos, I don't know, we don't really know who watches them anyway at this moment. So maybe now that everything is like all done, we can get into making some videos. I know we said it a couple of times, but now we're really both like have free time. Like, it was a lot to do. So anyway, we're gonna hop right into these questions. We gotta get this done in 15 minutes or less.
let's go.
Passenger Kolar and Forsyth, steam here C22. Passenger Kolar and Forsyth, steam here C22, please. Okay.
What is your name and how old are you?
My name is Nicole and I am 30, and this is Tig, who is also 30.
What is your relationship status?
I am actually freshly, newly married, like not even a whole 7 days yet, and that's why we're in the airport. We're getting ready to go on a honeymoon to Jamaica.
Welcome to Jamaica. All right.
She been doing that so disrespectful.
What is your partner's name?
Oh, that's why I was going too fast. Well, that's whatever. It's T.
Me. You know?
Yeah.
How long have you been TTC journey?
Haven't only been TTCing is probably the question. So we actually, I mean, if you want to count all the time that's passed, it's been about a year, but we only tried once last year. So I finished school and was kind of like waiting to see when I was going to take the certification test, and we decided that we were going to give it one shot before we started that, and then we decided that we would wait until after we got married to try again. So stay tuned for that, because that means what? First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes Nicole with a baby carriage. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. But I'm just saying, stay tuned. Like, it's in the works, and the camera keeps like trying to focus. It's kind of blurred. I'm sorry. Best we can do.
Alright, just see. If you can go back and talk to yourself at the beginning of your TTC progress, what words of advice would you give yourself?
I would say not to stress, because it's going to be what it's going to be. And secondly, don't test early. Like, I know they have all those pregnancy tests. Somebody needs to tend to the baby, make that baby happy. Don't test early, because for me it was devastating. Like, I wish I could have held out a little bit when I found out that we wasn't pregnant. So I say that be patient, don't stress, know that it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and do not test early. Save yourself the stress, your sanity for another few days if you can do that.
Right on. Any known obstacles or challenges during the TTC journey?
I think, as with a lot of us, probably just finances. Depending on what kind of cycle you're doing, whether it's medicated or unmedicated, whether your insurance is going to cover any of the inseminations, or if you're doing IVF. So I say maybe finances, because insurance doesn't always cover everything. And I mean, I guess really having the money to be able to buy multiple vials of semen at a time. Like, you need to really make sure you have that together. I mean, some people get really lucky, have one-time shot, or maybe they don't have to pay anybody, they just get it. But I said that could be one of the obstacles. And then the other, not that I experienced any of these, it's just kind of just from watching other people's videos. I don't know, fallopian tube issues. I think that's why they do like a HSG kind of test or something like that. But just from my experience, that's all I really have.
Okay. How many times do you pee on a OPK?
I think it was on the stick.
On a stick during your T journey?
I think it's how many times do you pee on the stick? Dang it, I can't remember the question.
Oh, how many times do you pee on the stick during the cycle?
Oh, okay. So when I tested, so when I was preparing myself to actually get ready for the insemination, I would pee on the stick twice a day. And that would be like in the morning time and in the evening time. And the closer it got to ovulation, I would try to do 3 times to see if there was kind of a difference in the intensity of the colors on the sticks. Pregnancy tests once a day, and that wasn't gonna change.
Yeah. Okay. How many times during your cycle do you ask someone to look at your pee stick to see if they see another line?
I would only ask Tig. I mean, if there's somebody else in the household that I might ask at this point. Ooh, excuse me, the food we just ate. But I didn't really ask often, huh?
Yeah, but
Yeah, so maybe once, maybe twice. And twice is like pushing it. I mean, yeah. What for? Why repeat it?
Let's see. What is the earliest DPO that you start testing?
I think for me it was 9 DPO, but I think that was the earliest my midwife said that I could test. I think from this point forward, though, I would probably wait until at least 12 DPO before I tried to take a pregnancy test, something like that. Maybe 12 to 15 days.
Okay. You want a natural or medicated birth?
I would love, and prefer. Do we need the back of soon? And I'm sorry, I would love to have a natural birth. It's going to be the most beneficial to both me and the baby. However, I can hardly handle my period cramps. So we're going to see, but I don't know. Like, I believe that, mommy and me classes or like birthing classes beforehand and learning breathing techniques can definitely help. So I feel like with Tig beside me, I might be able to actually do that natural birth. And I would also like to do a water birth if at all possible.
Okay. OB or midwife?
I'm gonna go with midwife. A little more personable, more down to earth, a little more well-rounded. It doesn't feel as medical, I guess. I just feel like when you go to the hospital, they try to medicalize every single thing, whereas a midwife is gonna, you have a better chance of her, trying to make sure that your wishes are honored, so
comfortable.
Exactly. So for me, it's gonna be midwife. So is that it?
Yeah, that's the last question.
So that was the last question. Once again, sorry if you can kind of hear the background noise here in the airport, but we wanted to do that before we take off to Jamaica. So if you leave us any comments or anything like that, we might not get it until we get back. I'm not 100% sure. The last thing I was worried about was whether our cell phones worked in Jamaica. I'm only going to be worried about her.
Right.
So
It's a celebration.
we will get back to everybody in the next couple of days. So until then,
Peace.